Where do we start?
Jim, congratulations. What has been the key to your success? The record at San Diego State speaks for itself, the way your peers have talked about you. How have you become so successful in your business?
Well, I've worked with great people and have had great mentors, and I've worked with Kevin White at Maine and Tulane and all the people in between, and great presidents, the coaches. But I think all of us have a passion for that making the experience really, really great. And so if you work collectively together and everyone's marching in the same direction, then you have a great chance of success.
Why Missouri and why now?
I think there's 4 SEC schools. Yeah, SEC is one of the top conferences, if not the top conference in the nation. And to combine that with an AAU institution, the flagship institution, so you have the whole state behind you. It was an opportunity that I couldn't turn down. It's one of 4 in that category, an AAU, flagship, and SEC. There's only 4 in the country, and I think those don't come around very often. And so when it opened, Todd talked to me, and it was funny because Todd and I were adversaries. He was at the University of Washington, and I was at Washington State. So we talked about it, and as I dug into it more and more, I felt like I could help make a difference. I could help continue to move the program forward. I knew Mike Alden. Didn't talk to him before because it was all confidential, but plan on using his experiences here and building upon that.
What knowledge or lessons from your career can you put to use to maybe solve or address some of the controversies here in the past 15 months?
Well, I think it's some of the stuff they've already done, and I think that Mizzou Made program is really important. And I think staying connected with the student athletes and listening and being close to them so that they feel comfortable talking to their coaches and talking to the athletic director and the staff that we have. And so I think some of the things have already been done, and we're going to continue to build on that.
Do you have a sense? Do you have a sense for what your priorities will be, or how quickly do you think you'll kind of identify the things that you need to fast track?
Well, as I said, those areas of focus that I have, we'll look at those, and we'll create 2 or 3 things. I don't claim to know everything about what's needed from a personnel, from a facilities. I'm doing a facilities tour this afternoon. I'm gonna rely on a lot of the experience that's already here, and then develop a couple priorities in each of those areas to set a tone for the future, and that'll get us through quickly, and then we'll keep adjusting as we go.
Barry said you're meeting with him to talk about the potential football facility.
Right, I know
this afternoon. So
yeah. So I want to get his input, and we're meeting at the staff internally. I want to understand where that facility's at, where we need to go from here, and then help set a direction with that.
Jim, you said you took the job in about 15 minutes, so maybe the answer to this is nobody, but who did you consult, trying to figure out, hey, is this the right place to go?
Well, I did consult Kevin, and I've talked to a lot of people, and it seemed, I told Chancellor Foley there was divine intervention. So I have that first meeting with him, and I told Debbie I was really impressed, and let's really look into this more, and so we kept doing more and more, and that first day I got back, she went hiking on Torrey Pines. There's a guy walking with a Mizzou shirt right in front of her. I'm driving on San Diego State's campus, and there was a Missouri plate right in front of me at the stoplight, and I'm going, okay, I think the Lord is saying that I think I need to go in that direction. So when the opportunity came, we were ready to take it.
Jim, as far as finances and revenue goes, what kind of opportunities are here that maybe you didn't have at San Diego State or even Washington State?
Well, the SEC is a big one, and I've talked to Greg Sankey and Mike Slive, and I think they're going to revenue share this year around $40 million. It'll be close to $40 million. To give you perspective, the revenue sharing at the Mountain West is about 3. So there's at the Pac-10, it was a Pac-10 then. It was closer to 8 or 10 million, but I was on the TV committee, knew it was going to jump to 18 million. So those resources really make a difference, and I think I know they've been investing in the past, and we're going to look at how to best invest it in the future and make sure our priorities are right.
Did you have to be really creative then at both of those places then?
Absolutely. We were at Washington State, I think we were 13 million below the next lowest, and we were probably 60 million at the time below the highest, USC and Stanford. So you gotta work smart and work hard at it, and then get the right people in place. The people make the difference, and I think that's what we'll try to do here, and I know we have some great ones already.
What's your philosophy on student athletes taking a political or social stance on something?
Well, I think it's they're individuals, and I admire anyone that feels strongly about something, and so I think they have that opportunity. I think that's developed from a bunch of people that are influencers with them, and so I think if they, I'd like for them to share what they're thinking and with their coaches, and so that they understand all sides before they make that stand, because sometimes they can take a stand and then things happen, and so that unintended consequences, I guess. But I think that it's a college life is very complex, as all of you know, and so there's a lot of dynamics going on. So not restricting in any way, but they're a part of a team, and they need to understand all of that as well.
Do you expect a major shakeup with the staff at all? There's a lot of Brian Maverick, Sarah Reisman, Tim Hickman, have been here a long time.
I
just lean on that experience.
Oh, absolutely. I think I'm not one for quick change, and I think we'll work with those people. I've heard great things about the staff, and I heard that from the conference, both Mike Slive and Greg Sankey, great people here, and I'm excited to work with them and roll up my sleeves beside them and help continue to move forward. They've done a lot, and they've had all these transitions, and so I want to help stabilize that and put their fears to rest, and let's get to work.
Jim, you got a reputation as a really good fundraiser at San Diego State. When does that process start here at Missouri?
It already started. So I've joked about Brian White taking me. That's why I've almost lost my voice. But he's already started with that yesterday, and I've talked to. Obviously, Don was on the committee, and so those are relationships that you have to build. They have to feel confident in my abilities, and they have to feel good about what's happening at what I'm telling them about the university and what we're asking them for. And so if those two mesh, you have a powerful combination, and you can get a lot of things done.
How big is it to have guys like Coach Odom, Coach Anderson, and now Coach Beazer, who either went to Missouri or from Missouri, not only just for stability, but just helping you kind of get acclimated?
Yeah, there's a lot of people that have, there's coaches I've met that have been here 17 years, and I think that really helps. And then those that have played and experienced it. And Coach Odom's not that old, so he can remember what it was like, and I think he has a good feel for what's happening here. So I'll rely on those coaches and look forward to working with them.
Who do you think the better linebacker in college was?
He was way better. He was way better. Different level.